more productivity you could get out of them. So the idea that intrinsic rewards, external rewards, could drive an organism, or whether it's a rat, a mouse, or a man, could drive an organism to perform at higher levels. The idea was that the higher the reward, the higher the punishment, the more you could get an organism to conform and behave in certain ways. But as the research went forward, really, in the 1980s, really, a guy, DC, who I believe at the University of Rochester, who was just did incredible research. He basically debunked the myth that reward and punishment causes productivity. What he found was, and since then numerous researchers have found this, and Daniel, I think it's David Pink or Daniel Pink, I just saw him on a video, and he was talking about basically the same thing, that corporate America believes that extrinsic motivation, reward and punishment, causes productivity. But everybody in the motivation world knows it isn't true. Everybody in the science world knows it isn't true. It's kind of this mismatch. Really, the educational system hasn't caught up yet either. What we have is when you use external rewards and punishment, basically you disengage the neurological structures for learning. So really, the higher the reward and punishment, the lower the learning. Not only the lower the learning, the lower the creativity, the lower the productivity, the lower the innovation, the lower the connectedness to your fellow man. What happens is the higher the reward and punishment, the more your peripheral vision in every arena limits. So if your goal is to get an A, I don't care about what I learned. I care about getting the A. So, I drink a lot of coffee, I stay up all night. What I remember is all the mechanisms I used to get the A, not the information that allowed me to get the A. So really, reward and punishment is a dramatically ineffective way to create learning. Yet it's what we use, our whole system is based upon it. Conversely, the question is, what is the answer? It's not reward and punishment, what do you do? Well, the answer is a thing called the meaning network. In every one of us, there's a group of structures that help us select in information into our brain structures that's meaningful. The more meaningful the information, think of your own life, the things that are meaningful to you. You don't really have to memorize. That information just selects right into your brain. I can read information on dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, different chemicals, and it selects right in. I don't have to memorize anything because it's highly meaningful to it, and I can use it in my life. Same thing with people that ride horses or learn how to fly fish, play golf. They're not memorizing how to hit the golf club. What they're doing is saying, oh, I ought to try this. It selects right in. So what happens in our educational system that we don't do is we don't ask the child, what is meaningful to you? So that they can access their meaning network. And then wrap the information we want them to learn in that meaning. When that happens, when the children understand, and adults, when they understand that what the direction they're going in is intrinsically satisfied, the ability of the brain to select in information increases 1, 2, 3, 4, 500%. And the ability that you have to use to try to control their behavior drops away. They already control their own behavior because it's intrinsically directed.